Hey guys, what's up? So something a little different for you today. Today I'm running you through some low impact modifications for a number of different exercises. Jumping, plyometric type movements are some of my favorite exercises, but they don't always work for everyone. So these modifications will hopefully provide you with some ideas on how to turn any workout into a low impact workout. So let's dive into it now. Alright, starting with the jump squat. This is a powerful move. You're driving through the heels, keeping the knees behind the toes, pushing those hips back. An easy way to modify this is to remove the jump. I still want you keeping this movement nice and powerful so you can spring up right up onto the toes so you're still working those calf muscles and you're squeezing the glutes at the top. Frog jumps are very similar to our jump squats. We're just adding in that explosive movement with the arms. So again, as you modify, you're gonna squat down nice and low and then power those arms straight up overhead, keeping that core engaged, pushing the hips back, and then squeezing the glutes at the top of this movement. Jump lunges, these are killer, guys. So as you're driving through that front heel straight up and down, you want to make sure that knee always stays behind the front toe. If you're doing a low impact version, you're just going to simply step back into an alternating reverse lunge. We'll still get that arm movement in here by driving the arms upward, keeping the core nice and tight. Another version may look like this, where you add in a knee drive. This is also going to give you a little bonus core workout, so that's always great. Again, driving through that front heel, balancing on the standing leg, driving the knee towards the chest. Jumping jacks are up next. We're always staying light on our feet, pumping those arms and keeping the core engaged. So low impact version, we're just gonna do a jack step. So stepping side to side, still using those arms to pump, resisting gravity and keeping our core nice and tight. Power jacks, we're coming right down into a sumo squat position and then popping up into that jack. So we're getting nice and low, keeping the hips back, keeping the chest up. Low impact version, you're just gonna do the same kind of step side to side, coming nice and low into that squat. Really focus on keeping the chest up, pushing those hips back, and driving through the heels. With the crossover jack, we are keeping the legs nice and straight. We wanna just keep a nice soft knee. Make sure you're not locking the knees here. Reaching opposite hand to toe, feeling a nice pull through those hamstrings. Once we remove that jump, we're going to continue with the same movement here. We're just taking a nice step side to side, keeping the legs nice and straight, feeling that pull through the back of the legs and the glutes, keeping the back nice and flat. Going into speed skaters here, we're working on lateral distance, jumping side to side, swinging those arms, bent forward slightly, but keeping a nice flat back and a tight core. So once we remove the jumping portion of this movement, it looks like this. You're just doing a nice wide step side to side, keeping the motion of the arms going. Another version may look like this, where you actually come right down, tapping the ground, and then power those arms straight up overhead. So our lateral bounds, where we're just leaping side to side. Sometimes I like to throw in a little extra hop at the top as well, because, well, why not? So by removing that jump, you're just going a nice wide step. I want you to go as wide as you can. Feel the inner thighs working on this one. And for those times when we do add in the hop, you're just gonna do an explosive power up right up onto the toes, get those calves working. So star jumps are killer, but I love these, you guys. There is an easy way to modify this one that makes this workout still super effective. So you're gonna start in your squat position and then just step out to the side. You wanna keep those hips back, weight in the heels, and as you power up, you're pumping those arms. Oh look, it's everybody's favorite exercise, the burpee. So there are many different versions of the burpee. I like to add in a push-up and a hop at the top. This version here shows just a smaller hop back and forth into a plank position and then standing up, squeezing the glutes. You can also totally remove the jumping by just stepping forward 1 foot at a time and power up using those arms to get a nice intense move through the entire body. Next, we're combining a burpee and a jack with these Burpee Jacks. That's right, we're dropping down into that burpee, popping up, doing a jack. So to completely eliminate the jumping from this movement, you're just gonna step up 1 at a time, and then at the top, doing a step jack side to side. So you're still pumping those arms, getting in a killer workout with no jumping required. So you probably haven't seen these ones in the 12-week workout plan quite yet since we're only in week 1, but these side-to-side burpees are coming up. Aren't you excited, guys? So we want to make sure that we're still getting in that side-to-side knee drive because we're going to target the obliques with this move. So without the jumping, you're driving knee to elbow, 1 side at a time, and then stepping into that burpee stance and powering through the heels straight up. So high knees, we're staying nice and light on the feet, driving the knees upward. A low impact version is just to do a knee drive. So I like to use my arms here. You can even get in a little bit of an ab workout by rotating a bit side to side. Butt kicks, same thing. We're going to remove the running type movement and we're just going to step and kick that booty side to side. Sometimes I like to throw in a little lat pull down as well, just to increase the intensity and get that upper body working at the same time. Now the spot sprint is just as it sounds. We're doing a sprint on the spot, and then as we ease up on the impact, it turns into more of a march. So the important thing here is that you're really pumping the arms, you're driving the knees up, tightening the core, and staying light on the feet. Another alternative to this would just be to do a lighter jog on the spot. Still get those arms pumping, but stay a little lighter on the feet. And yet another version of the squat. This is our pop squat. We're hopping in and out, touching the ground in between each movement. So as we eliminate the jump, we're just going to do a nice wide step, side to side, reaching for that ground, really making sure that you're keeping your back flat. You're not rounding through the spine here. Onto the broad jump. This is a powerful move where we're just jumping from one side of the mat to the other, squatting down, powering through the heels and landing nice and soft. As we eliminate the jump, it looks like this. So you're taking a nice big step to the front, powering up, and then a nice big step to the back. You're staying nice and low in that squat during the step to really fire up those legs. Alright guys, we just have one more move and it's the plank jack. So anytime we're in the plank position, we want to make sure that our wrists are stacked right below the shoulders. This is going to prevent any tension on the wrists and the shoulder joints. So a little lower impact version, we're just doing a side to side toe tap. So you're still really strengthening that core, keeping the belly button pulled to the spine as you tap side to side. Alright guys, that's it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I will see you on Monday with a brand new workout.